All right, so we're going to quickly go over how we could use our graphing calculator to find things like the mean, the median, and the standard deviation. So the first thing we need to do, like for example, if we're given a data set, we need to enter that data into a list. So I'll include the button presses. They'll also show up down here. So the first thing we're going to do is hit Stat. And then to edit our list, we are going to hit option 1, which was Edit. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into the notes, just so we have a reference all on one screen. So those are the buttons we hit to enter our list. Now if there's something there, obviously we were going to clear anything out like old data or something like that. So I have something in L1. So I scroll up to the top of that, I hit clear, and then enter confirms that action. If you have other things in lists like 2, 3, 4, and 5, I also just recommend clearing them, although it's not a necessity. So then we enter the data into the list. So I type in 5 and then hit enter. So I'm going to enter all of that data one at a time. And you can see it'll tell you what number on the list you're going to enter. I'd be adding my 11th data point, which means I have 10 before. So I just double check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have all the data points. Once you're there, you got to go back to the home screen. So again, to go to the home screen, I hit second and then the mode button, which is really quit. Once we are there, we're going to use the one variable statistics. Now, the way that we get to that is, again, we hit the stat button. Then we have to scroll over to calculate, and we choose option 1, which is the one variable statistics. So most of you should have that wizard or that little screen pop up. If you don't, then I will address that in just a second. But the only thing that we need to do once we are here is indicate what list we put our data in. So like for me, it's already stored, or it's already default L1. If you had it in a different list like L2, you could hit the second button and then L2. Or if you put your list in 3, so on and so forth. So L1, L2, L3, those lists are above numbers. So my data is stored in L1. So I type in L1. You can leave this blank. It stands for frequency list, but we're not using that option. And I go down to calculate. So here's where I'm going to have everything I need. So the mean, so I'm going to kind of get this over here. The mean is 10.9, right? And you'll recognize that symbol. X bar is the symbol for the mean. So our mean is 10.9. I'm going to get a better marker on that. So we can mark down that mean of 10.9. And again, just make sure you recognize the symbol of X bar. Now the median we'll do last actually, but the standard deviation is actually listed as sigma. So that number is 4.085. Now the way that you can remember that beyond just memorization, that symbol, it does match the stuff that we have in our notes. I'm just pulling up. This is the formula that we wrote in our notes. And you can see that that formula starts with that same symbol. So you just have to recognize that symbol as the standard deviation. So again, that's printed there for you. And then to find the median, you just actually have to scroll down a little bit. And the median is labeled as med, M-E-D. So the median of this one was 10.5. And that's how you find the mean, the median, and the standard deviation using your calculator.